Well, hello, my beautiful Aries. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your singles love reading for the end of August, right through the end of September 2024. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Aries, this is your singles love reading. I'm going to do a Celtic cross just to see who is coming in towards you. Also, I've opened up a second competition to win a free personal reading from me, but I'll let you know how to win that a little bit later on because some people are here just for the reading and I don't like to waste anyone's time. So let's get straight to it. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know regarding their love life at this time? Can you please show them who is coming towards them? What are they meant to be aware of at this time? Can you please show them the way? Illuminate anything that's important that they must know about the path to love. Can you please guide them? What are they meant to be aware of at this time? Well, your first card there is the 8 of Pentacles. So a lot of you are focusing on investing in yourself at this time. Some of you may even be going through a period of self-love, self-development in some way. You may be really connecting to meditation. Some of you may have even thought about therapy, or you're actually going through a period of therapy or counseling in some way. But that 8 of Pentacles, it basically indicates that you are in a bit of a cycle of repeat in your life in some way. So you may be stuck in that cycle and you're seeking a little bit more adventure. Maybe you are thinking about finding new experiences or new places to actually connect to at this time so that you can meet new people. But there is a breakthrough on the way for you. We definitely see that in this energy reading so far. The 9 of Wands can also indicate that it's been hard. You've been basically fed up with the dating scene. You may have actually withdrawn from it for a while, perhaps because you tend to be the sort of person with the 8 of Pentacles and the 9 of Wands, and I will get to it individually in a moment, but you tend to attract people who in some way have gone through something traumatic and they come towards you for fixing. So you may find sometimes that you are a fixer-upper, okay? And when they basically have the confidence to, believe in themselves and basically feel really attractive about themselves, then they tend to sort of distance themselves from you and then go off into the world. So you may have experienced some of those moments, not always, and of course not every Aries has experienced that, but that's a major energy that's coming out in your reading so far. But I'm being guided to give you that, of course, don't ever change your wonderful self. You know, being someone who's supportive is very important. Offering love, care, and devotion, very important indeed. But also, you are not here just to be someone's emotional crutch. You are here to be someone who is loved, a lot of passion, intensity, romance that is headed in your direction is actually very important for you to realize that you're not just there to fix someone, but there is a romantic endeavor coming your way. Okay, so I want you to be aware of that. Now we have that 10 of Cups. So that is a strong indication that you're about to meet a high-level commitment where you and a person settle down. You have the same sort of idea of what your future looks like together. And I do see someone coming in who has a lot of chemistry with you. Whenever you get a Page of Wands, it tends to tell me that it's a soulmate as well. It's not just a passing fancy. So yes, we got the 9 of Pentacles there too. Now, We've got a lot of energy going on in your reading. I see that some of you have almost like been paused on purpose when it comes to dating so that you can focus on your true life's mission and purpose path, so that you can actually focus on your belief system and really, connect to what's important to you at this time. But I feel with that Tower energy, if you've been feeling stuck in a rut, maybe you've been like in the same place, you're meeting the same sort of people, it's just not vibing with you, that Tower is actually going to help you break out of a cycle of repeat. And I feel like some of you have been rebuilding after some sort of shock or difficulty that you've been going through. And I feel like you've walked away from something that was truly eye-opening is what I'm being given. So some of you may have gone through a bit of a shock, but I feel like you're rebuilding at this time, and you may have put love on pause just briefly in order to really recalibrate your life, make some major lifestyle changes, and invest in you until such time as true love comes your way. So that's the main energy I've got coming from this reading. Let's get to each card individually. We have the Eight of Pentacles there. Now, the Eight of Pentacles, as I said, 8 is the number of the self, and this is about you learning about who you are, what you want, but it's also about you kind of being in a repetitive cycle. This is about you keeping your head down. For some of you, it could be that you're in a career, you're very ambitious, you're really great at what you do, and you're focused on that at this time. For some of you, especially if you're not in the working environment, or even if you are, it can be that you are doing some repair work inside at this moment in time. And that's why I was talking about the counseling. Some of you, it may be therapy. For some, it may be like meditation to get your head clear, because we've got that Ace of Swords there. It's decluttering the mind. But also the Eight of Pentacles, it's an indication that some of you, it feels like no matter what you do with your love life, it just never really falls into place. Things don't really come together. It's like you've got the building blocks available to build a really strong relationship. You have a beautiful heart. You're very passionate. You're intense. You're adventurous. You're fun to be with. You've got all the ingredients that is necessary for a loving relationship. But whenever you meet a person, it's like it seems dissatisfying, or there seems to be a missing ingredient. And the Nine of Wands there, it can indicate that some of you, either you're cautious because you've been hurt in the past, because this is your crossing card, and this may not, of course, resonate with everyone, but I can't control the cards that pop out there for you. I have to honor each card as it comes. But that Nine of Wands, that is the crossing card there, where it indicates that some of you, there's been something that was unavoidable that you've experienced, and you've been doing a lot of questioning of the self at this moment in time. So I want you to be aware that the experiences you've had are there to teach you about healthy boundaries, okay? Now, you're not giving up on love. It's almost like you've been put on pause for a certain time. And of course, nines, they tend to be very solitary energies. So with that Nine of Wands there, I feel like some of you have been walking a difficult path, but there's something that you need to do alone, whether that's your personal development mission or whether that's your calling to kind of like look at life. Because I feel like with the Tower, you're going through a major awakening, not just in terms of your love life, but in all areas of your life. And anything that is not stable and secure is kind of like being shattered by high frequencies. So I feel some of you may have tried to hold on to something in the past for a little bit too long, okay? Something that perhaps was hurting you, or something that perhaps, was not good for you. And now that you've kind of let go of that, it feels like you're trying to either walk an alternative path, or you're just cautious before taking your next step when it comes to love. And in the dating scene, I feel some of you have actually met with some people who are really misaligned with you, and it just feels like there's nobody out there who has that missing ingredient or that spark, that chemistry that you're truly looking for. For some of you, you may have felt that it was easier when you were younger or a long time ago to connect to people, but now it just feels so hard. For some of you with that Nine of Wands as well, you may fluctuate through phases of either feeling a little bit lonely, those 3 a.m. thoughts, really kind of like yearning to be with someone, have their arms around you, and vice versa. And other times you're like, you know what, I'm super independent, I'm loving my life, I don't need anybody, but you do want somebody. So I feel a lot of you, especially with the Emperor, okay, now this of course is your energy, my beautiful Aries, it's an Aries energy, energy, but it can also indicate a divine counterpart coming towards you. You prioritizing finding a person who is mature enough to want to settle down. But that Ten of Cups tells me that there is a high level commitment, a loving, romantic, passionate, intense relationship where you can basically meet a person and be on the same page in life and walk the journey of love and life together. So I see a very peaceful relationship coming in, but I don't want you to mistake peaceful for boring. I want you to be aware that a peaceful, harmonious, loving relationship is actually very intense, and I feel there's a lot of passion, adventure, and fun connected to this new relationship that's coming in. So you may have found that you do attract a lot of people, but when you attract those people, there's always this missing ingredient, and that Nine of Wands is kind of like in search, but it's also the wounded warrior. So some of you, as it's in the crossing position, I feel like you are kind of like trying to still have faith, not give up on love, because love certainly is not giving up on you, but also I get an energy that some of you just took a break from, connecting to love. I feel like you're trying to basically focus more on yourself, your freedom, your independence, and falling in love with your life first. I also feel that some of you, if you've been in a previous relationship where something shocking happened or something was very difficult, your defenses are up. So it's harder for you to allow love in. But the right person who comes along, they are going to break down the walls, okay? Especially when you've got that Eight of Pentacles there, it tends to mean for the right person, then of course the barricades will come down. The healthy boundaries are still up, but you haven't built a brick wall or a huge iron gate so that love cannot get in. Now, what is below you on the earthly plane? We have the Ace of Swords. If you haven't started talking to someone new already, it's going to happen very, very soon, and it's going to take you quite by surprise. Aces are fate and destiny intervening, bringing you the law of karma. So this is a really good start, a powerful transformation happening here. You're going to see lots of synchronicities, okay? There's something about this person I'm seeing in the water, because I'm scrying at the same time as doing your reading. This person, they've got strong connections to hockey, is what I'm being given. I'm being shown a hockey stick and a puck. So either they used to play hockey and they've got lots of medals or awards, or maybe they still do, or maybe they coach hockey, or maybe you meet this person at a hockey game if you're interested in hockey. I just feel like there's something connecting this person to that sport, okay? So please take it as it resonates. It's like I'm hearing as well, I got my own jersey. So either this person used to play and their name is on a jersey. I mean, I don't really know anything about the sport, so do forgive me for that. But I just can see that this person, they're really proud of their connection to hockey. So please take it as it resonates. These things, they may absolutely not resonate in this time. And suddenly, later down the line, when you either meet a new person or if you've just met a person, suddenly they may kind of like tell you in a conversation that there's a connection to hockey. They may have played for their regional team, or maybe they still do, or there's some connection there, okay? But the Ace of Swords, I'm going to move away from the energy. It's just something to keep in mind. The Ace of Swords basically means, divine intervention. The universe steps in to put someone on your path where there is a communication, because swords are all about the mind. They're about communication, about ideas. And this card indicates that things are going to happen with great speed and velocity. And when it's opposing the Tower, this is really interesting because it means suddenly you're going to find someone and it kind of like shocks you. Just when you thought there's nobody about, just when you thought that you're walking a lonely path, or you feel there's no one who is really attracting you or hasn't got that ingredient that you're looking for, suddenly everything changes, because the Tower is a paradigm shift. It basically means that, everything that you knew before is now suddenly transformed. And I feel it's like love at first sight, okay? We do have the Judgment card, so I feel like you're being guided to this person. The Judgment card tends to mean that your spirit guides are actually guiding you, but also this is about you leading a purposeful life, okay? Falling in love with your life first actually raises your vibrations, but also that confidence of enjoying life and living in the moment, it's an aphrodisiac. So I feel like some of you, you've been put on pause on purpose in order to fall in love with your independent lifestyle. And with the Judgment card, this can also indicate if you've been feeling that, you withdrew from love or looking for love, or you haven't made it your priority at this time, the Judgment card is almost like a second wind energy. Suddenly, you have the motivation to want to choose a different path. Suddenly, you are called to basically restructure your life or change something about your life and take action, because the Emperor energy is to take action. So you may suddenly find that you want to go off and do some things on your own, like either go traveling on your own because you have that Page of Wands there. Some of you, it may be an event that you're going to take yourself to. It could be a community event, or maybe an art gallery, or maybe a hockey game. Who knows? But there is a connection there with hockey. But I feel like you're being called right now to make some changes, because I feel some of you have been a little bit stuck in a rut. And I mean, although we all go through periods of self-improvement, it's important to recognize that the person who comes in to love you is going to love you for all that you are right now as well, okay? So I want you to be aware of that. Now, also the Judgment card is an interesting card, because it can also mean that you understand what you need to do in order to, make some changes in your life, put yourself in positions to meet new people. I definitely see if you have not been speaking to someone new, whether it's online or if you've just met someone new. I mean, if you have just met someone new and you're wondering where it's going, I feel like this will mature into something that has a potential, okay? But this reading is for the next 6 weeks, so I would say that you remain in a single status, even though you're still talking to this person, but I do see there's romance there, so I feel it's developing in a nice organic way. But if you have not met anybody new, or you're not talking to anybody new, then I see a major opportunity coming in here for you to meet someone who strikes up a conversation with you, actually, and suddenly you're in full flow of conversing with this person, and it just feels really easy. It just feels familiar. It feels like you've known this person for a very long time. There's an energy here that this person feels like home as well, okay? Now, also the Judgment card, it's in your past position, so I feel like, if the past comes calling, you're kind of leaving that past in the past. We have just gone through a Mercury retrograde, and that tends to be when people from our past, whether these are friends that we haven't seen for a long time, or even exes, or, people we had history with, they tend to try and reach out and say, hey, I'm thinking about you, or I miss you. So some of you, there's a strong potential to suddenly hear from someone that you have not heard from in a long time. And you may have to make a decision as to whether you want to entertain that person's intention, because I feel their intention is romantic. So it could even be like someone from, if you went to university or college, or school, or if you were part of a group of people and you lost touch, there could be someone, even if you did not have a romantic frisson with that person, or you didn't develop any feelings for that person at that time, this person could come from the past now and try and reach out and say, hey, we should totally meet up. How have you been? It's been such a long time. You were just on my mind the other day. This person has romantic feelings, okay? They want to explore this and see where it goes. So you could be hearing from someone that you haven't heard from in a while. It doesn't have to be an ex, okay? Now, the Judgment card, it always kind of means in order to choose another path and have a different outcome, we must basically change something in order to, get a different outcome. Because if we always do the same thing, which is an 8 of Pentacles, we're always going to get the same outcome. So with that 9 of Wands, I feel like, you've purposefully put yourself out of the dating scene for a while in order to focus on yourself, which is, a different path that you're taking, a big spiritual journey that you're on here. And also, I feel like you're trying to do things differently this time. We have the 9 of Swords, and we have the 9 of Pentacles. Sorry, we have the 7 of Swords, and we have the 9 of Pentacles there, okay? So I do apologize. I thought it was the 9 of Swords, but it's actually the 9 of Pentacles and the 7 of Swords. So what I'm getting here is that this person from your past, I feel like when you knew each other, because I'm just clarifying this Judgment card energy, when you knew each other, this person, they found you highly attractive, and they actually really wanted to be with you, but I feel this person, they ran away from their feelings. Seven of Swords, I feel they were a little bit intimidated by your independence and by your natural beauty and your natural talent and your natural gifts, okay? This person, they've been very disciplined. They kept their feelings to themselves. And I mean, there may have been a slight flirtation with this person from the past. The Seven of Swords indicates that this person kind of like ran away from their feelings, or always meant to come back, but just didn't. And with that Judgment card firmly in the past position, if this person has had some little bit of history with you, I feel like you're really not entertaining it. You're only looking for new. But I want you to be aware there's a potential this person could come back. And I also feel this person is still not emotionally available to offer you that love that you truly require and desire, okay? So I'm just going to move away from that energy. Now, of course, the Nine of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords, it can indicate that, you know, with the Judgment card, you know that you've been called to fall in love with your life, to be independent, to focus on your projects, your responsibilities, and that's what you've been doing. You've been solidifying a foundation of security in your world so that you can create space for true love to come on in. And I definitely see that that is what is happening for you. Now, what is the potential position? We've got the Tower. Everything you knew before is kind of shifting, changing, and this is a restructure. So that Tower energy, it can indicate that an unexpected change happens for you. It shifts everything, and it feels very much like you're going to be embracing new ways of living. Now, I will pull a card on that Tower energy, because when it's in the potential position, it can indicate that you are either restructuring your life in some way or your schedule in some way. So if you have like family responsibilities, or you have work commitments, or perhaps you are on a spiritual quest right now and you've promised yourself that you're going to be out of the dating scene for a certain period of time, I feel like you are honoring what you want at this time, and just shortly after that you're going to be surprised that new love is coming in, because the Tower is basically a surprise. So the Tower can also indicate that you stand out from the crowd, that you really are a tower of power. And some of you may have wondered, is your sense of independence, intimidating to other people? Well, only to the wrong people. I want you to be aware of that, because whoever that person in the past was, they just weren't confident enough to stand by your side, and you're not about that, even though they're probably a lovely person, but I feel like you need someone who's strong enough to walk by your side. Aries, you're a very passionate person. You try to live as much your life on the edge. You try and find the most exciting way to live life, and you need someone who can actually keep up with you in some way as well. And one of the best experiences I ever had was dating an Aries. So I definitely know that it's passionate, it's intense, and it's super fun as well. So you need someone who can kind of match your stamina to some degree as well. And you may have found that it's hard to meet someone like that until you meet this new person who's coming in, okay? So I'm just going to pull a card on this Tower energy just to see what that is for you. We've got the King of Wands. So again, this is Aries energy. This is your energy. You're making some restructures, some changes in your life. You're basically taking a leap of faith, because if you know the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, the Tower, two figures leap into the unknown, because it's better to take a leap of faith than to stay where you're at. And sometimes the universe will send us lots of signs and synchronicities in our life that indicate something needs to change, the whispers of the heart. And we must listen to those, because if we don't and we sit on the fence, then the universe comes along and sends the Tower to nudge you off the fence and says, now all things must change because you didn't listen, or you listened but you ignored. So I feel for some of you with this King of Wands, this is about you taking charge, taking action, and taking that leap. You're influencing your circumstances. You're someone, as I said, who's super passionate, but I also feel that you may meet someone who's got very strong Aries in their chart, someone who really understands you on a very different level. Doesn't mean that they're sun, moon, or rising, but I've got strong Aries here. So I feel, not only are you dominating your energy and finding that now you want to focus on prioritizing true love and happiness and you're happy ever after, but also I feel like you're taking the initiative to basically put yourself in a position to find an opportunity to meet someone new. But I also feel like you've been getting your life together or trying to invest in yourself and, live a passionate life where you're aligned with your passions. And a lot of you have been building confidence as well. This is a card that also indicates, you can visualize the sort of person that you want, but don't be closed off to new people, new experiences that are either out of your comfort zone or not your usual type, okay? Because I feel that this person coming in, it's almost like they are 80% your usual type and then 20% a little bit quirky and not what you're used to. And I feel that that's going to be very thrilling for you, actually, in the long term. We've also got the Emperor there. This is the near future position. Now, this is an energy where you meet someone who is mature enough to know what they want in life. Also, the Emperor energy is a card that indicates you're thinking about a 5-year plan. You're thinking about, your future at this time. And it's about channeling your energy. That's why there's a pyramid there. It's about grounding yourself and channeling your energy into focusing on what's important to you at this time. I feel with the Emperor energy, a lot of you have got so many responsibilities on your shoulders right now, whether they are work commitments, projects, personal development, things that you're going through. I feel it could also be family commitments that you have. I just get an energy right now that you've got a lot on your plate, and some of you are feeling under a lot of pressure in life in general. So whilst you do want love, I feel, it hasn't been able to be a priority because you've got so much going on. And this can indicate that some of you have been kind of restricting yourself or a little bit hard on yourself, a little bit critical on yourself. And I feel this is about silencing the inner critic as well there. Now, with the Emperor, some of you, I'm getting an energy here. What is that? It feels like some sort of event that is connected to wherever you live. It feels like the local community, but it feels like, it feels like, I got to be honest with you what it feels like. It feels like some sort of like rally, like political thing, right? I'm not here to talk about anything like that, but it feels like some of you may be going to some sort of event that is connected to like a community event where they talk about, politics or the state of the world or the establishment in some way. So there could be a very strong link where you meet a person at that who's got very similar views as you. That's coming through there as well. Some of you are like, you know what, that's the last place I'd really like to meet a person, but I'm getting that coming through, so I have to honor it. Where else? I'm seeing where else. I see some of you could actually meet a person connected to travel as well, or it feels like an adventure kind of thing. So it could be an adventure park, for example, or it could be a place where you go on an adventure holiday, vacation, like safari, or do some like wild adventure sports. So it could be something like that. So if some of you have something like that planned, or you're invited by friends to do something like that, I feel that could also be a potential. But I actually see you going off on your own and doing something, even if your friends invite you to, one of those adventure vacations and you all go together. There could be something there that you want to do yourself, that you go to yourself, or maybe you split up briefly and then you may meet a person there. So that's coming through as well. But let's move on from that. We have your advice to yourself in this moment, the Strength card. This is you doing something bold and daring, okay? This is you implementing self-care routines as well, but this is about you sort of honoring your energy and standing in your power, having confidence in yourself. Remember, confidence is an aphrodisiac, and basically when you walk into a room, this new person is going to see you immediately. You draw attention and eyes towards you. That's what I've got coming through here with this card. Now, also, what is that I'm getting? Oh yeah, this could also connect to Safari. I just realized, it could be definitely connected to Safari with the lion there. But I'm getting an energy from this. What is that? I can't quite place it. I'll always be honest. If I can't place the energy, I have to clarify it for you. What's this strength card? Two of Swords, Five of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. Really interesting because you have the Page of Wands showing up here for you. As I said, I feel this person's got strong kind of Aries in their chart, but it could be indicating that also Sagittarius, Leo energy, they've just got a lot of fire in their chart. This is a very hot, hot, hot kind of relationship coming in here. But I mean, the Strength card, it's in your advice to yourself in this moment. And the Two of Swords is like you're feeling a little bit in limbo or stalemate where you can't see how love is ever going to come towards you at this time. Two of Swords, you're feeling a little bit uncertain. You're considering your options. But also, I feel like some of you have withdrawn from love in order to get clear in your mind about new environments or new ways of living, lifestyle choices. Some of you could be exploring, like a new neighborhood or thinking about relocating in some way. And with that Five of Pentacles there, it can indicate that there's just nobody about. It's hard. It's a struggle. And you're trying to just, put yourself out there, especially if you're shy, because not every Aries is gregarious and outgoing. There can be some shy Aries depending on your moon sign there as well. But I get an energy here that it's just that there's nobody about. There's a lack of opportunity for you to connect to somebody. So I feel that can bring a level of sadness or lament. For some of you, it could also indicate that you feel left out in the cold by the universe. You can't see anyone to connect to at this time, and you just feel like it's not going to happen for you. But that's not true at all, because we've got that Page of Wands, and that Page of Wands is showing up twice. So there is an indication of a new chemistry with a new person. So if you have not started talking to someone new right now, I definitely see that it's going to happen for you. I would say with the Emperor energy and the Nine of Pentacles as your outcome, that it's not going to be in the next 6 weeks, okay? I would say it's just after the 6 weeks that you will start talking to somebody new, but it could be something you're planning now in the next 6 weeks that you're going to go to outside of that 6 weeks where you're going to connect to someone where there's a lot of chemistry, because we have that Page of Wands there. This person, I feel for some of you, you're thinking about age, and this new person who's coming in, I feel actually they're a little bit younger than you, but don't let that put you off. This person is mature enough to know what they want in a relationship. This is like new adventurous energy. It's you kind of like being in the flow of your purpose. And when you have that Judgment energy and you have the Page of Wands twice there, it indicates here that, there is a spark between you and someone new who's about to enter into your life. Pages are new people, but also it can be that some of you are either applying to study about the human psyche, or some of you may be applying for some sort of adventurous new event. I mean, it could be a festival, it could be a trip away, as I mentioned, but you may be planning to do something where you can have a lot of fun, let your hair down, and explore your environment. And this is a very strong place where you could meet this person. But there is a new person coming in towards you. It's really interesting because you have a lot of cards where the person is walking alone. Okay, so I get a sense here that you're about to meet a person who is going through a very similar either awakening or a similar journey as you. Sorry, I just need to put the cards back in order. Yeah, this person is going through a very similar journey as you, and that's why you match. It's almost like as soon as you start talking and say, oh my gosh, I've been feeling that the world is like this right now, and they're going to be like, oh my gosh, me too. And people, they don't agree with me, or people, they don't understand me, and I feel this person is going to be really excited that they found someone who, number one, is super attractive and that they are attracted to, but number two, actually is feeling what they're feeling, and there is a connection there, and it just feels thrilling. I also get this energy that it feels like teenage love, okay? So no matter what age you are, it feels like this love it's like both of you embracing your youth. There's open-heartedness, there's playfulness, there's flirtation. So I feel this person, they've worked really hard to work through their baggage, and they are free and emotionally available to open up to love. And I feel vice versa. Okay, this is your external circumstances, the 10 of Cups. So this is the happy ever after. This is what is outside of yourself at this time. And that 10 of Cups, you know, partnered with that Ace of Swords. So this is you talking to someone new, and there is a strong potential that it will turn into a high-level commitment where you can settle down with this person, build a home with this person, get married if you want to get married there. But this is like the holy grail of love. That 10 of Cups is peace of mind, serenity, you know, an effortless relationship where you just feel joy in their company and they express themselves and you both take pleasure in being with each other. It's like you obtain, you know, the highest love that love has to offer. And I feel that both of you, as soon as you meet each other, it's instant. That's what that tower is telling me. It's instant love at first sight, okay? Now, we do have that Page of Wands. This is the hope and fear position. So I feel like, you know, you're hoping that someone new comes along and you're hoping that they have that chemistry, that spark, that, you know, je ne sais quoi, that basically makes a relationship really special. So I feel like in a sea of millions of people, you may be wondering, how are you going to find that one person? And the universe, with that Ace of Swords, is going to send you a transformative breakthrough where things can happen really fast, unexpectedly, and suddenly you're on the path meeting someone who is a soulmate. Because even if you look up the meaning of the cards, the Page of Wands connects to a loyal soulmate, someone who is supportive, someone who offers commitment and is looking for commitment, someone who is faithful and kind and adventurous. Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. Now, this is an image that you see a lot on social media. You know when, and I don't even know if I can actually describe this, but you know when you see those videos of couples and one person is leading, the other person's obviously got the camera, and they're holding hands, and all you can see is the two people holding hands, and the person in front is leading the way towards like a lovely hotel in the Maldives, stuff like that. You know, the stuff that you see online, you're like, wow, that's like living life, right? I feel like you're going to go on events with this person, and I feel potentially for personal reasons, you'll video things like that with this person. You're going to do a lot of traveling and a lot of adventurous things with this person, and you're going to document it along the way. You may not put it on social media, but I feel, you know, it's trying to highlight that you and this person, you're going to be living your best life together, okay? Now, finally, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles really is about focusing on your projects. It's also about loving your life, and it's about you creating space for love, but also remembering one important thing in a relationship, reciprocity. Because the Nine of Pentacles, you know, the figure on the Nine of Pentacles tends to hold 6 pentacles to the side for safekeeping and gives out 3. So that's really about not, you know, allowing yourself to overgive in a relationship. Remember, balance is the key. And because you're a fire element, you tend to bring the magic in a relationship. You tend to be doing all the wonderful things for a person, making it really special. Allow someone to do that for you. That's one of the lessons that you're also learning in your single time. But also it tells me that the next 6 weeks you're going to remain in a single status, okay? Nines tend to be single energy, so I feel with that Nine of Pentacles, some of you are going to invest in something financially that you pay for to go to, and it will either be a festival or some sort of adventure, something you've been saving for, and this is where you'll meet that person, okay? Also, the Nine of Pentacles tells me that you're still going to remain very focused on what's important to you at this time. Those projects, your family, and, you know, work if you're in a career, for example. I feel, you know, this is about you sticking to your decisions, but I feel there's a major restructure coming here, and I can't see anything more than it's a lifestyle change that you make. So whether you change your schedule, so if you're the sort of person who is like a nomadic entrepreneur and you tend to work in the mornings and have your afternoons off, you may actually restructure and have the mornings off and work in the afternoon. For some of you, if you're in a career, in an office, it could be that you decide to restructure your schedule or work early and get out earlier, go to more events. If you are someone who has been, a carer, or, you find it really hard to have some time for yourself. If you've got children, for example, and you're guiding them, it can be that you're going to find a way to restructure, or something changes in its time scale and opens you up to have some time for yourself. And for some of you, not all of you, there is an energy coming through, because that Five of Pentacles is coming up actually in the water there. I wish you could see what I can see, but the Five of Pentacles, it's telling me that some of you may have been a little bit unwell recently, and you've just sort of removed yourself from the dating scene because you want to, invest in yourself at this time and get back to best. And when you feel the moment is right, that is when the universe will put this love story in motion for you. So I feel, all is not lost. Don't feel that just because you have things that you need to focus on that are a priority at this time, don't feel that love is not going to show up for you, because that's not true at all. Isn't that interesting? I shuffled the cards and my guides gave me the Nine of Pentacles again. So I'm clarifying that Nine of Pentacles. So yeah, message is still the same. Next 6 weeks, this is about falling in love with your life, investing in yourself, loving yourself a little bit harder. You're preparing the way to love is what I see. Can you just show me after that 6 weeks who is coming towards my beautiful Aries, just to solidify the energy that we've got coming in? We've got the Page of Pentacles there, we've got the Fool card, and we've got the Four of Pentacles. So, pages, they do just tend to mean a new person, but also it can indicate, that you invest in something, you pay for something that you're going to do, or you're applying for something that really excites you or is a passion project. The Fool card is that leap of faith I was talking about, doing something new, bold, and daring. And of course, the Four of Pentacles is a relationship that is long-term, a secure relationship, an opportunity to basically, nest with a person. Fours tend to be about foundations, but also home. So I feel like you will meet a person that you move in with, but they offer a long-term secure relationship. So although I've got very strong fire coming through in this person's chart, in their energy, there is some earth to ground them. I feel this person's got strong Capricorn going on, a little bit of Virgo. So I feel this person, they mainly have fire, though, in their chart. So very passionate, very intense, very hot relationship where both of you are attracted to each other. And, there is a sense of adventure about you and this person. But I feel like you're doing something bold, daring, and new when you meet this person, okay? So I'm just going to go get some final cards before I close your reading. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of at this time? Can you please show them the way? Okay, so, your final cards indicate a destined commitment, okay? You've got the ring there. The ring in the Lenormand deck literally means commitment, or a high-level union where two people romantically find each other attractive and commit to each other for the long term. It's like making a promise to each other, and the key is destiny. So I feel like you will be surprised. No matter what you do, really, I feel they'll find a way to put this person on your path, but I'm just showing you some of the energies that are coming up where I feel you could actually meet this person because of the energy it lends itself to at this time. The key is, of course, destiny, unlocking your destiny, and it kind of indicates this person, there is a breakthrough here, and they hold the key to your heart. And this is like a yes, a sudden revelation where something needs to change in your life, and you're prioritizing love, and suddenly love appears on your path. So I do feel it's a time of change, but the next 6 weeks, this is all about you, my beautiful Aries. So invest in yourself. And after that, you could meet a person in the next 6 weeks and just start talking to them. But I feel your status doesn't change until after the 6 weeks, okay? So I'm just going to go and get a trinket or rune before we close. We have, oh my gosh. So we got 3 there are 3 trinkets. We've got the Angel, which connects there, of course, to the Judgment card, that you're going to be guided to this person, but at this time you're focusing on your life's purpose, okay? And I feel that you are protected and directed towards this new person. Of course, we've got a beautiful red heart there, so a very loyal, loving, passionate heart coming towards you, because you are a wonderful, passionate, loyal, loving person. And I feel it stands to reason that they send someone who is strong enough to walk by your side and offers you the love that you truly deserve and desire. And also, we have this crown. Okay, so of course that connects to the crown chakra. And if you know the tower, you know, the top of the tower tends to represent the crown chakra. There's actually a crown coming off the tower there. So it's like out of the blue, suddenly love will find you, and it will be thrilling and exciting. But that crown is like, remember who you are. Remember your crown. Stand tall. Be proud of yourself. Have confidence in yourself. And, you know, you're about to meet someone. I'm actually being given that if you, and I think this has come up before, maybe even for your reading, I'm not sure, but I'm being given this energy that if you go back far enough, either in your family lineage or this person you're about to meet's family lineage, there is some connection to royalty. Now, it doesn't have to be something that you've discovered already, is what I'm being given. So either some of you may be going through, like, you know, your past, maybe family trees or something, you're going to discover that. If that's you, then it could be that there's something in this message you need to listen to, because you're about to meet your soulmate, and listen out for the signs and symbols. But also, I feel you may even have a conversation with this new person that you meet about some sort of royal connection. So hockey, royal connection, you know, these are the things that are coming out there as well. So I'm going to leave that there for you. I hope something resonates. If some of you would like to enter a competition to win a free personal reading from me, all you have to do is write in the comments box below, "Love is the answer," and my guides will draw me to one subscriber to win that free personal reading. Also, please keep your notification bell on, because I will upload a video that notifies the winner that they have won, and you'll want that notification bell on so that you can hear if it's you, but also to connect to me, and I'll let you know how you can get that reading from me as well. Okay, so I'll leave it there, my beautiful Aries. Thank you so much, and love and light.